Is Ao Nang worth visiting, or is it just a stop on the way to somewhere else? In this episode of Quadpod Travel, we arrive in Ao Nang after landing at Krabi Airport and spend several days exploring what this popular beach town has to offer, from wandering the bustling streets and local markets to getting custom-made suits, shopping for handbags, sampling delicious Thai street food, and taking a private longtail boat tour along the stunning coastline. We wanted to find out whether Ao Nang deserves more than just a quick overnight stay. Many travellers use Ao Nang as a gateway to destinations like Railay Beach, Koh Phi Phi and the surrounding islands, but after spending time here ourselves, we discovered there might be more to Ao Nang than meets the eye. Alrighty, better put my sunglasses on. It's nice and bright this morning. Here we are in Ao Nang, Krabi, Thailand. We just rolled in yesterday, drove from Krabi International Airport into Ao Nang, which is a coastal town near Krabi, about a 40-minute drive from International Airport, depending on traffic of course. What did we do last night? Last night we went out for a nice meal, then had a massage. Well, Anita and I had a massage, the boys chose not to. And now we're going to see what Ao Nang has to offer us as a family. We were saying last night, we've been to Thailand a few times, we were saying last night how nice it is when you arrive at a destination and it's familiar. You know the routine, you know the costs of money, and you know all that sort of stuff. So first mission this morning is off to find a little bit of brekkie, grab some breakfast. The hotel offered breakfast at $3.50 per person for a buffet, but we're going to see what we can find in one of the local restaurants near the hotel. So we're just going for a little walk now down to the shopping area. Alright, I'll check in shortly. Alright, so the place we saw yesterday for breakfast looks like it's just opening now, so I don't know if they're ready or not because the kitchen might not be fired up. So I'm just going to go and have a quick check and see if they're open. Otherwise we'll just keep walking into the main area. Alright, so it seems like Ao Nang, much like Thailand, is a slow wake up. It's 9:30 in the morning. Most places are closed, so along this stretch anyway. So we're heading in towards more the beachfront area where we're hoping there might be a bit more action. Like I said earlier, the breakfast at the hotel was 350 baht. So when we're equating to Singapore dollars, we're looking at around 4 Singapore dollars per 100 baht. So that gives you an idea of how much breakfast is. But we'll just keep walking along here. It's getting busier and busier the further along we go. And hopefully we can find something open for a bite to eat. So I certainly don't feel like going to McDonald's for breakfast. I want something not necessarily Thai, but something made local. So we'll see what we can find. Alright, we're still on a hunt for breakfast, but we're near the beach now, so we better go and have our first daytime look at the beach. Now, the zebra crossings aren't a rule. Alright, so I'm using a zebra crossing right now, but doesn't mean people are going to stop for you. Something I've noticed is the drivers tend to flick on their hazard lights if they're going to be stopping at a zebra crossing. Right, let's have a look. Alright, we were down here last night, we had a look. There was fire shows along the beach last night, which we'll come back for later today or tonight. About 7 o'clock they happen, 7 o'clock. This is, the tide's coming in. So the tide, it's high tide 11. I had a look this morning, see what time high tide is. So I think the water we'll probably head right up to the retaining wall here, so it might not be the best spot to come and chill out until maybe the tide starts going out. The boys were hoping for some waves. I think as the tide goes out, I reckon some wave action might happen. Right, well, our journey to find breakfast isn't being exactly fruitful, so we're going to go for a staple here. We're just going to go to a coffee shop. We've got the coffee club, so this is a good breakfast option. So the coffee club, there's two of them. There's one on the main street, and this is on the beachfront here. There's another McDonald's here too, which I didn't realise. So yeah, we might go in here and grab a coffee and a bite to eat, and then keep venturing around and having a look around. Our Nang, very slow to wake up obviously. It is now 9:45, but that's okay, because I know it really goes off at night here, so I understand why it starts so late in the morning. Alright, let's go and have a bite to eat. Well, that's breakfast done. Wasn't exactly what we're expecting for breakfast, but it was filling nonetheless and got the job done. Anita's just ducked into the chemist here, so there's a Watson's. So if you're looking for a chemist, there's a Watson's, which is a pretty good brand. Just needing sunscreen. We didn't bring any with us, so we need to get some sunscreen, and Harry and I are just going to have a look at the beach. Hello. Harry and I are just going to go to the beach and have a look and figure out what we're going to do for the day. Very busy, so we've just got to make sure it's safe to cross, and it is. So yeah, we're just going to figure out what we're going to do today, whether we do a boat tour today or wait. Might go hang out at the pool at the resort. Might come down here later for a swim when the tide's out. Go with the flow. So far the weather's good, so that's good. Anyway, I'll check in shortly.
In New Zealand, it's really cold.
Right, just in here getting measured up for some shirts and some pants. Nice man down the back here that was very helpful, did all the measuring and that, and talked about price, and we negotiated, and I feel we came up with a fair price. From Burma, is that right? Yeah, from Burma. Yeah, really nice gentleman. So when you come over, you could come and have a look here, which would be really cool. I'll let you have a little look around the shop. Alright, that was really cool. It's the first time I've ever done that, gone and get measured up for shirts and pants. I didn't want a suit, it's too hot where I live to wear a suit, but I went with the 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants. 2 of the shirts have a lining on the collar and on the sleeve and the buttons, and the other shirt is just one tone. Took all my measurements and negotiated. He started off at 9,000 baht for the 5 items. We got it down to 7,600. I didn't feel like he would go much lower than that, but I thought 7,600 was a 7,600 baht wasn't too bad. I don't know, some people probably know better than me on that one, but I felt like that was pretty fair. I've got to go back tonight for a fitting, so 1 shirt, 1 pair of pants. I'll just do a check to make sure it's all good with the sizing, and then they'll go ahead and make the rest of the clothes. So pretty excited about that. Done a little bit of shopping this morning. Harry got a pair of sunglasses for 200 baht, and he got a hat for 150 baht, which wasn't too bad either. And yeah, so that's not a bad way to start the day, a little bit of shopping. Not sure what we're going to do now. Might just chill out for the rest of the day. It is beautiful weather. I'm a bit worried because it is rainy season. I'm worried that you've got to make the most of the sunny days. So whether we do a boat tour today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Right, this should be interesting. So we're just on the street that our hotel's on, and there's a shop just up here that sells handbags. And hello. Not at the moment, thank you. And we were in there last night, and it was full of handbags. And I said to Anita, "Oh, why don't you send that to our friend in New Zealand?" Anyway, we did. We sent a video, and she's keen. So we're going to try and do a little bit of handbag shopping for one of our friends back in New Zealand via video chat in the shop up here. So I don't know if I'll be able to record the whole thing, but I'll get some clips of the process. Alright, let's see how this goes. Hello. Was this the shop? Was it the same lady?
Hi. Were you here last night? Yeah. I'm gonna. Do you have this one?
Right, so that's the shop we went to last night, and they had the 2 handbags, and we just did our video call with our friend, but she would only take 100 baht off 1200, so it was 2 bags for 2,200 baht. We feel that we could probably get that cheaper elsewhere, so the handbag saga will continue in a different store. Hey, we may or may not get a better price, but we feel we can, and it's part of the deal, right? Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Alrighty, we are here for handbag saga round 2. We were here early this morning, and we sort of came to this one just to get some pricing on what the bags might be worth. Then we went down to one by the hotel, and the pricing was similar, but the girl near the hotel wouldn't budge on price. And I know it seems a little bit weird when you're quibbling over a few hundred baht, and you think, well, they work hard and that, and I understand that, but I feel that it's kind of not expected, but it is, because the items aren't priced. So from their point of view, by not pricing items, they win some and they lose some, and it's the same for us. Sometimes we get a good deal and sometimes we don't. I've been to plenty of places like this where I've bartered, and the merchant certainly got the better deal of me, and then sometimes I feel like I've got a pretty good deal. And at the end of the day, if they didn't want to sell it at that price, they don't have to. It's their prerogative that they choose to do that. We're just waiting at the moment there was a lovely sales girl that was helping Anita this morning at this particular shop, and she was quite lovely, and was working hard to help Anita. So we're just waiting for her, and once she turns up, hopefully she'll be able to help Anita with a couple of bags that she wants to get for her friend back in New Zealand. Right, you may or may not have noticed here, she's back, so I'll let Anita talk to her about what bags and that she wants. Anita's not huge on talking with price, but we kind of talked about an amount that we're willing to pay for these bags. We certainly want our friend to get a good deal, and obviously the shopkeeper as well. So we'll see how this goes, and I'll report back in a moment. Right, well, while Anita was in the shop there, working with the sales assistant, she got a double handbag and a hold all tote bag, and that came around about 2,000 baht for both bags. So I think our friend back in New Zealand was pretty happy with the results from that. Right, after all that shopping, I was feeling a bit peckish, so later that evening we went by foot, crossed over the river, and made our way to the famous Ao Nang land market to see what delicacies and interesting trinkets we could find. Alrighty, we are here in Ao Nang. We crossed the river and thought we'd come and check out the night market. Might be able to get a bite to eat down here, have a look around, see what there is to buy and purchase, and see if we can find a toilet, because Harry needs a toilet. So we're just going to go and explore the night market and see what there is. Right, first impressions of the market. Lots of stalls, clothes, games, neons, which look interesting. Rides. Right, so Harry spotted the potatoes on a stick, so we're all a little bit of a fan of those, so we might go and check those out. Oh, there's a shooting gallery here, the old BB guns. Used to be a bit of a crack shot in the day, but I'll leave it to the others tonight. Don't want to take other people's prime time shooting time away. It's a massive area, it really is. It's huge. There's all sorts. Sort of a lot of the similar stuff you see in the stalls and that, but plenty of food set up and everything as well, which is nice. And it's busy, lots of people out and about, that's for sure. Entertainment for the young ones, bouncy castles and trampolines and rides and all sorts. So we're going to go and get something to eat and see how we get on. False alarm there, the jacket potatoes, not potato on a stick. I reckon there will be potato on a stick somewhere, surely. That's a favourite in these parts. Alright, we'll keep looking and see how we get on.
Okay, so time for Harry's food review. So it's good. Right here we got this sour cream potato twirl thingy. So let's taste it. And it's got like that sour cream flavor from what it tastes like from the shrimp, and like the potato's like really thin and nice. Yeah, it's really good. Bye.
Alright, gonna try some tangaloo. We've just gone for a strawberry one. We've been wanting to try this for a while actually. We've seen it all around China and parts of Singapore and other parts of Asia, so we thought we'd give it a go. We're just gonna get one stick, one strawberry, see what it tastes like.
It's good. I want to try up.
What do you think, Harry? Yeah?
It's like caramel. It's like warm strawberry.
Warm strawberry?
With like candy on it. It's real good.
Okay. Right, next we try some mochi, a traditional Japanese rice cake made from steamed and pounded glutinous rice.
It's good. So I got like an Oreo one.
Oh, the whole thing. Alright, I'll give you $10 if you whistle right now. Good effort. Can you tell me what it tastes like?
It was good.
Well, that food review from Harry was certainly worth the wait, wasn't it? Mochi, covered in it's like a glutinous rice. Dessert, definitely. It's very sweet. Obviously, the sweet tooth is coming through strongly with our family, so let's see what else we can find that's sweet.
Harry, you excited to finally have rolled ice cream again?
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's like so tasty because it's like ice cream but it's rolled and like you get to pick your own flavors, so it's really good.
Right, what they kind of do is just pour some cream out on this frozen plate, flatten it well out, roll it up into these tight curls, and from there you get to pick your own toppings. There's a myriad of choices that you can choose from chocolate, sprinkles, peanuts, and of course delicious sauces. This is one of the boys' favourites that we've had in our time in Thailand, and no visit for us would be complete without a little bit of rolled ice cream.
Okay, so now it's time for Harry's food. It's good. So like I got Oreo and strawberry for the rolled ice cream, so now it's time to eat it. Yay. It's It looks really good. Look. It just tastes like rolled up ice cream, but I like ice cream, so it's good. Bye.
Right, after Harry demolished his ice cream, we made our way back towards our hotel where the suit tailor was, Hong Kong Tailors, and I had to come in for a shirt and pant fitting to make sure that they're on the right track before doing the final sewings and ready for pickup and delivery the next day. Alrighty, so just went in and got the shirts and pants tested, and good. So he was sharp with his measurements, got the lengths right and the widths and the girths correctly measured, so they're fitting nicely. He said because it's low season, the turnaround will be a lot quicker, so I can go and pick them up tomorrow. So 24 hours from now I'll get my 3 shirts and 3 pants, which is really great. Right, makes it easy for me because we're leaving the next day after tomorrow, so it'll be good to get those in my hot little hands, and I'll be looking pretty slick in my new get-up. Anyway, we'll see what happens next. Alrighty, here we are, day 2 in our Nang. We're on a different sort of breakfast mission today. I think we're going to just go to the 7-Eleven, get a coffee, maybe some fruit, and work out what we're going to do today. We were going to do a private boat tour, island tour, but the weather forecast isn't the best, so I'm not sure if that will be our thing today. Otherwise it might be when it's not raining, get by the pool. When it is raining, go and have a massage. It might be one of those days. We're still deciding whether we want to take a risk on the weather and go out on the boat for the island tour or not. We're moving over to Rayleigh Beach tomorrow, so we could always do the island tour from Rayleigh, but we were hoping to do it while here in our Nang. But anyway, we'll see what the day brings, and we'll keep you in touch. Well, that was 7-Eleven for the win. That was 300 baht, which is a fraction of the cost from yesterday's breakfast, which was at the cafe. We just got some couple of iced lattes and a couple of drinks for the boys, and some famous cheese toasties. 7-Elevens in Thailand are known for their cheese toasties, so I've never had one before, so I'll give that a go. And we just got some fruit as well, some bananas, so hopefully that will get us through till lunch, and still going to make that decision on the boat trip. Let's see how we go. That was a little bit of a mission, but we've taken the punt and we're going to go on the island tour. We're doing 3 islands. It'll cost us 2,000 baht for a private boat, so that's not too bad, 2,000 for the 4 of us. So we're going on number 7, which is Poda Island, Tub Island and Chicken Island. We tried the outlet nearest to our hotel, but they didn't have any private boats left, so we walked down the road about 500 metres and found this one here behind me, and they have some boats left, so Anita and the boys are just down getting some water and some snacks for the boat ride, as it's private and they don't provide any of that sort of stuff. And you've still got to pay national park fees when you get to some of the islands, which is about 200 baht per person, but that, we knew about that expense as well. So just waiting for the boys and Anita to come back, and then we'll let the lady know that we're ready and we'll get on the boat. Let's hope the weather holds out. Alrighty, as you can hear, we made it to our boat. So we're in kind of a little lagoon area where there's lots of other boats. It's just a short ute ride away from where we paid, and we're away. We've got to be back by 2:40, so we've got just under 4 hours to do our 3 islands. A little bit of snorkeling on Chicken Island apparently. Otherwise it's just relax, chill and have a look around. Our boat driver seems really nice, so I think he'll do us well. So anyway, here we go, underway. Right, our first stop was Chicken Island, or Ko Kai. Gets its name from a large limestone rock formation that looks remarkably like the head and neck of a chicken when viewed from the water. Once you see it, it's hard to unsee. Many visitors think Chicken Island is just a photo stop, but the snorkeling around the island is actually one of the main reasons tours visit. The reefs are home to clownfish, parrotfish, and other marine life. Okay, so first island, Chicken Island, is what I've been told. Quite windy today, so it was a bumpy ride over here, and I got more wet on the boat than I would swimming, but I don't know how that's possible, but it happened. But the destination's definitely worth it. So the boys are out there playing now in the ocean, sort of a sandbar type thing. Anita's catching some sun rays and getting her tan on, and yeah, I'm just chilling out. So we're just going to spend a bit of time here. We've got about an hour and a half to chill out here before we go to the next destination. Looks like some people are snorkeling about 100 metres off from the island, so I'll talk to the driver and see if we can go and do some snorkeling as well. We bought our own snorkel gear, but I think the boat had some snorkel gear on it, and also the boat had some water provided, which was nice. I think being the rainy season, we were able to rock up on the day and get a boat, but I would imagine that in high season you'd have to book the sort of trip a couple of days in advance to make sure that you get on a boat. Alrighty, I'm going to have a look around, go for a bit of a swim and enjoy the moment. Alrighty, slip, slop, slap and wrap. Here we are in Poda Island. We just did a little bit of snorkeling over by Chicken Island and took our longtail boat over to Poda Island. Just found a spot to sit on the beach and relax, to be honest. We're not really looking to do much else at the moment. Could be a bit of a storm out on the horizon over there. It is meant to storm at some point, so not sure how long we'll be here, but we'll make the most of it while we can. Alright, let's have a look. Poda Island, or Koh Poda, is often considered the jewel of the islands around Ao Nang. Located about 8 kilometres from the mainland, it's famous for its powdery white sand, crystal clear water, and dramatic limestone karst that rises out of the sea just offshore. So for the private longtail, it was 2,000 baht, which isn't too bad for the four of us. Works out at about 20 Singapore dollars each. So I don't think that's pretty good value for 4 hours of entertainment. Let's hope the ride back into mainland will be a little bit more steady. But when you come to Ao Nang, doing these island tours is sort of the main attraction. So people come to Ao Nang, do a bit of shopping, have some food, and then do the boat tours. So I'm glad we got this in today and got to enjoy a bit of this before we head off to our next destination tomorrow. Right, well, we're back at the hotel now. I didn't film any footage on the way back to mainland because there's just water spraying around everywhere, and I didn't want to get the cameras out while we're on the boat and the chop was happening. But it was a nice morning, afternoon out. Like I said earlier, it was 2,000 baht for the private longtail boat. Anita didn't enjoy the choppiness overly, and Harry on the way back did feel a bit unwell. I wouldn't recommend it probably with younger children. Maybe go on one of the speedboats or choose the days a bit better weather-wise. Obviously, what seems fine on land isn't always the same when you're out in the open ocean. But all in all, lovely spots. Like the national parks are absolutely gorgeous here in Thailand, and beaches are great for swimming, and the scenery is beautiful, and is definitely worth seeing. Like I mentioned earlier, Ao Nang is sort of the gateway to the islands and is a great spot to launch from for that. And yeah, we're going to now enjoy the night here, go and grab a bite to eat, maybe get a massage, and be ready for our next adventure tomorrow. So anyway, we'll see what happens next. So, is Ao Nang worth your time? After exploring the markets, trying the local food, picking up a few bargains, cruising the coastline on a private longtail boat, and visiting stunning places like Chicken Island and Poda Island, would have to say yes. While many people see Ao Nang as just a gateway to the islands, we found it offers plenty to see and do in its own right. It's relaxed, affordable, easy to explore, and provides access to some of the most beautiful scenery in Thailand. If you've enjoyed coming along with us, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to Quadpod Travel. We'd love to have you join us for more family adventures as we continue exploring Thailand, Asia and beyond. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.